title transfer troubles. Let's get started. An example of California's police power is it A, eminent domain for a highway? Or B, zoning changes by a city? Could it be C, escheat of abandoned property? Or lastly D, forced sale for taxes? The correct answer is B. Here is why. Police power is the government's authority to regulate property use for public health, safety, and welfare. Zoning changes, B, are a classic exercise of police power. Eminent domain, A, is the power to take property for public use, with compensation. Escheat, C, is the state's power to acquire property of one who dies intestate without heirs. Forced sale for taxes, D, is a tax lien foreclosure. Next question. Private restrictions on property that are unlawful in California include: is it A, limiting exterior paint colors? Or B, banning large dogs? Could it be C, restricting sales based on race? Or lastly D, limiting flag display size? The correct answer is C. Here is why. Under the Federal Fair Housing Act and California's Fair Employment and Housing Act, any private restriction that discriminates based on race or other protected classes is unlawful. C. Restricting paint colors. A. Banning certain dog breeds/weights. B. Subject to reasonableness and limiting flag size. D. Are generally lawful private restrictions if contained in CC and RS. Next question. Implied agency in California can be created when a broker: is it A, discusses compensation upfront? Or B, provides negotiation advice without disclosure? Could it be C, obtains the buyer's name first? Or lastly D, refuses to answer questions? The correct answer is B. Here is why. An implied agency can be created by the actions of the parties, even without a written agreement. If a broker, acting as a listing agent for a seller, gives negotiation advice to a buyer without disclosing they represent the seller, the buyer may reasonably believe the broker is working for them, creating an implied agency. B. Discussing compensation, A, and getting a name, C, are good practices, but don't create agency alone. Refusing to answer, D, avoids creating an agency. Next question. A California listing broker must disclose a buyer's financial weakness if it is: is it A, material to the seller? Or B, requested by the buyer? Could it be C, known only to the cooperating broker? Or lastly D, minor information? The correct answer is A. Here is why. A listing broker's fiduciary duty of disclosure to the seller client includes revealing all material facts. A buyer's serious financial weakness, e.g., inability to secure financing, is a material fact that could affect the transaction's viability and the seller's decisions, and must be disclosed. A. It doesn't need to be requested. B. If known to the cooperating broker, the buyer's agent, they have a duty to their client, not the seller. Minor information, D, is not material. Next question. In California, a property manager is typically classified as A. Is it A, special agent? Or B, general agent? Could it be C, universal agent? Or lastly D, independent contractor only? The correct answer is B. Here is why. A property manager is usually considered a general agent, B, because they are granted broad, ongoing authority to manage a property, make routine decisions, sign leases, collect rent, and arrange repairs, all within the scope of the management agreement. A special agent, A, has limited authority for a specific transaction, like a listing agent. A universal agent, C, has unlimited authority to act for the principal, which is rare. While property managers may be independent contractors, the only in D is incorrect, as they are also agents with fiduciary duties. Next question. Dual agency in California requires: Is it A, no disclosure? Or B, written consent from both parties? Could it be C, verbal agreement only? Or lastly D, approval from the diary? The correct answer is B. Here is why. California law requires that a broker acting as a dual agent, representing both buyer and seller in the same transaction, must obtain the written consent of both parties after full disclosure of the implications. B. No disclosure, A, is illegal and a severe violation. Verbal agreement, C, is insufficient. Approval from the Department of Real Estate, DRE, is not required for individual dual agency agreements. That's it for today. How many did you score? Let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and tell me what topic I should cover next. Bye.